It's time to play Remember That Thing? Welcome everyone to Remember That Thing, the show that tests your knowledge and memory on forgotten or underrated media from the past. Let's say hello to our first contestant. So, you know the rules, right?
No, I was trying to audition for America's Got Talent.
Great, let's play. Spin that wheel. TV shows. The category for this round is Nicktoons. She's an evil green girl that makes monsters and a happy blue girl. What's this show called?
I don't know. Real monsters?
There are monsters, but no blue or green girls. We were looking for Making Fiends.
How was I supposed to know that? That wasn't on Nickelodeon.
Nicktoons, not Nickelodeon. I blame the executives. But don't worry, I'm sure you'll do well on our bonus round, Blurry Vision! All you have to do is name one character from this blurry screen to win $1,000 each. The theme for this bonus round is Talking Boats.
Hey, I remember him. Theodore Tugboat.
Correct! Next character.
Oh, Lil Toot.
Toot toot! You are correct. Final picture.
Isn't that Big Mac from Tugs?
Would you like fries with that? Because you got all three right!
Aw, sweet!
Congrats, you won $3,000 from all three visions. Now for this final round, you have to guess what I say is true or false. If you get it right, you'll win a new sports car!
That sounds easy to me.
Whatever you say, here is your statement. Disney Think Fast is the only Disney trivia game ever made.
That sounds very true.
Well, you thought fast, but you're off by a few decades. It's false!
What? What else is there?
There was a computer game called The D-Show.
That can't be a real game.
I have it right here, but you still play a good game, and you get to keep your bonus prize and the CD-ROM game. Thanks for playing.
Do you have it in Windows 10?
We now return you to our regular review for Disney Video Game Month. Oh, you bet I'm reviewing a Disney game you probably never heard of. Seeing how I looked over an action and a life simulation game, I figured talking about a trivia video game. Sure, there's tons of popular trivia games, those seen in DVD board games, and several adaptations of popular game shows like Jeopardy, Family Feud, and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. But the D-Show is a quiz game like you've never seen or played before. Released on November 2nd, 1998 by Disney Interactive, not a lot of it is known that this game shares the same similar concept to another quiz game, You Don't Know Jack, where in that game it's framed as a game show with pop culture trivia while adding some comedy. And yes, as you would expect, there have been lots of Disney trivia games, whether it's from a console, an online website, or even you made your own Disney quiz with your friends. With this is one of those classic games where it actually feels like you're watching an episode of an old-fashioned game show, and I mean it in the best way. Welcome to another episode of The One Reviews. It's time to put our thinking caps on. This is The D-Show, or as I like to call it, the ultimate Disney trivia video game. The main gimmick, as you would expect, is to answer questions anything related to Disney. There are 6 categories you can choose Jeopardy style, where you have to answer some questions based off the category's theme. And each category has 3 questions with 4 choices. You answer by pressing in your buzzing key and the following number on the keyboard. Get a question right, you earn D-Bucks as points from the screen. Get a question wrong, you lose D-Bucks. And just like Jeopardy, the second round finishes off the last 3 categories, but this time the D-Bucks are doubled. And after passing all 6 categories, you go to the final round called the Defibrillator, where you have to guess the following statement if it's true or false by pressing in your buzzing key before time runs out. These are the game rules in the regular rounds, but there are some bonus rounds and other stuff that happens within them, but I'll get to them in a minute. You think there's gonna be some basic questions about the Disney movies, like what's the movie's name, who is that character, or name that Disney song. Well, it does, but the game can ask you more than that. For a show called The D-Show, a game about everything Disney, it gives you questions about everything Disney related. It's not just the famous Disney animated movies, but also some live-action movies, TV shows, theme parks, various cartoon shorts, Walt Disney himself, celebrities featured in Disney projects, the making of the Disney movie and characters, and so much more. This is the real test to see if you really are a huge Disney fan. Speaking of which, what's interesting about the categories is that they're tied to a specific theme, as you'll know what kind of questions you're being asked. Many of them are well thought up and use the game with different questions. If you pick a year category, the question would be about a Disney movie released during that year. That's a good trivia fact. And Supercalifragilistic doesn't even have a theme, it's just a series of random questions. And sometimes during the category, they will play a clip from a movie, cartoon, or other home media to give you a clue about the upcoming question.
This is what I love about Disney trivia. It not only quiz yourself on how much you know about Disney, but also give you facts and question what you didn't know about Disney at the time. Even a Disney fan myself, there were some questions I didn't know about. I didn't know how many Disney movies Kurt Russell starred in during the game's release, or who voiced Bernard from the Rescuers movie. But I was still intrigued about the real answers. But best of all, some of the bonus rounds are actually a lot of fun as well.
The bonus rounds display how fun they can be, and even give you some fun facts without telling you. One of the bonus rounds is called Before and After, where you have to buzz in which concept art matches the final project, whether it be the characters, locations, or even theme park rides. It is pretty cool to see what were the original illustrations and designs back then on some of these. In Cellovision, it's a lot like Before and After, but this time you had to figure out which character or characters belongs in what background. This is obviously a reference to the cell animation process, where the animators drew cell-like sheets with ink over the painted backgrounds. My favorite bonus round is Casting Call, because not only do you get up to 10,000 D-Bucks if you answer the questions correctly and quickly, but you have to guess what movie these characters are from, and the clues go from the minor characters to the major ones. There's also Fast Focus, where you have to figure out what character is in the blurry screen based on the round's theme. In Character Mix-Up, instead of answering a question, you have to solve a puzzle on which character in the wheel has all three body parts. Finally, there's Picture Perfect, which unfortunately this is the only bonus round and thing in the game I didn't like. In this one, you have to solve a puzzle based on a Disney movie by sliding a square piece with your mouse. The problem is you can solve it easily by letting the computer solve it for you before you slide the last piece, and it takes a long time to finish all three puzzles.
It is still a good idea to have puzzle solving in a game show, it's just that there's a better way to make puzzles fun, like maybe solve a big jigsaw puzzle in 30 seconds. That's my personal suggestion. But I've been going on and on how much I have fun playing the game, but how does it look? Well, I got nothing else to say, but even the game's production is amazing.
For a computer game made in 1998, this is a highly colorful Disney game. The settings for each background do look like something out of a real game show from the 20th century. They have unique shape patterns like circles and squares, and the small bits of CGI like the D logo and the intro on some of the rounds are really innovative. There isn't that many original voice actors in the game, but there are two that brought in a lot of effort. You got Mark Elliott, who did the announcement for the Disney VHS movies during the game's opening, and the game's real host, or the hostess with the mostest, is an amazing character. You don't actually see her, but you can tell the voice actress is having a blast quizzing every episode of the D Show. She gives out a sense of humor with her one-liner, unleashing her inner Disney fangirl, and it's almost like she's already hosting a real game show and still never gets tired of it.
Put on your mouse ears, your favorite Mickey shirt, and your Hercules sandals. Ooh, maybe not the sandals, they kind of clash with the hat. And notice a dark figure on a black horse maniacally waving a sword. Run for your life! All of Mary Poppins was shot indoors. Bambi is a go!
The music in the game is also incredible. It does contain remixes of familiar songs like Zippity Doo Dah and Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, but it also contains some original score that captures the same Disney flair as those songs. But do you know what's the most memorable moment in the game? They have a theme song. It's possibly the only catchiest game show song I ever heard aside from the Carmen Sandiego shows. It captures the same Disney musical feel, it's upbeat, and you can hear it again at the end of the game as a sing-along if you like. Once you hear that song, you won't resist singing or dancing to it.
Pluto and Goofy and Dewey and Louie, Epcot and Toontown and Flubber, that's Gooey. Everybody play the D Show. Hi, diddly dee, chimp, shimp, shimp, shree. Everybody plays the D Show.
Everyone, I have given everything that I got on how I feel about this game, and I still think that this is the ultimate Disney trivia video game.
The D Show is everything what you want to see in a Disney trivia game. The gameplay is fun to play non-stop, the trivia questions are intriguing and also challenging to answer, the bonus rounds keep making the game exciting, and the production is innovative with the best theme song in a video game. Please, whatever you do, go check out this game if you want to test your Disney knowledge. Now just to remind you, since this game was released in 1998, the questions range from the early days of Walt Disney's career to the release of Mulan. And that's why I think this game deserves a cult following and an official remaster version. I would like to see it be ported into an updated PC, iOS, console, or better yet, adapt the game into a Disney Plus program. There are still lots more Disney questions we're answering with some of their 21st century movies, Disney Channel shows, and recent attractions, but they'll make new questions about some of their past projects. And of course, make quizzes to some of their other properties, like their other Pixar movies, Marvel, Star Wars, The Simpsons, The Muppets, and more. Again, that's just me having a wonderful time playing this Disney trivia game and having fun learning what I didn't know about Disney. This game feels so much like a real game show, it deserves to be an actual show. I give the D Show an A, and it automatically wins the Diploma of Destiny.
Join me next time on Disney Video Game Hunt, where I look over one more Disney game before I wrap things up. And it's a popular game series we will never forget. Until then, remember what Yen said to Mickey. Don't let this key go to waste. I'm Matt Harpatrick. Now if you'll excuse me, I got a door to unlock.
Gaston and that big hairy fella, everybody play the D-Show.
Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe me for a new review and other project every week. I'll see you soon.